The year was 1973. I followed in my father's footsteps and joined the New Jersey State Police. And that outfit is steeped in deep military tradition. It was founded by Colonel H. Norman Schwarzkopf, the father of the famed General H. Norman Schwarzkopf of the Gulf Wars. 2 years later, I was tapped to do an undercover investigation. I was told it was going to be 6 months. It became 3 years of my life. That was my deployment. The New Jersey State Police, the FBI, and the President's Organized Crime Task Force out of Washington, D.C. was going to start a trucking company in New Jersey. I became the president of that trucking company. Myself, another state trooper, 3 FBI agents. And while it started out as a small trucking company, it grew to at one point having 20 trucks. We infiltrated the Genovese and Bruno crime families.
Like Liotta, NBA ref Bob Delaney also knows what it's like to portray a mobster. Only Delaney did it in real life. Ray Liotta navigates through this fascinating story.
On September 28, 1977, Project Alpha came to an end. 29 people connected to organized crime were arrested and brought to the West Orange, New Jersey Armory for processing.
And while that job was about putting away a lot of bad guys, what I know today is that that experience helps a lot of good people understand what they're feeling. Because what I experienced as a result of that undercover job was post-traumatic stress disorder. After the undercover assignment ended, I was a New Jersey State Trooper for another 10 years. And during that time, I started refereeing. I played at the high school and college level, and when I surfaced from doing the undercover work, I couldn't play anymore. So I figured I could referee. And I started refereeing 7th and 8th and high school ball games and then summer leagues. I got asked to referee in the Continental Basketball Association, which was the forerunner to the now G League of the NBA. And in 1987, I became an NBA referee.
Hand check, no shot, no. We done? Oh, give me your shirt tuck, please.
You saw that, though. I just want to know you saw that.
Well, you're throwing your body up. There's a little bit of contact, yeah. That's why we got a foul. We're all good. Gentlemen, get under control because the language and the attitude I'm not buying right now. We got it?
Basketball became my therapy. It provided me with an inner peace. I went from the street that had no boundaries and rules to a game that had rules and boundaries, and it served me well. I became a student of post-traumatic stress. I wanted to understand what was going on inside of me. I was also sharing my story with other law enforcement agencies, firefighters, first responders. I started doing work in the area of post-traumatic stress, understanding the emotions of what they were experiencing as a result of their service. And the military heard about the work that I was doing with law enforcement, and they asked me to spend time with our troops. And for the past 3 decades, I've been working with the men and women who serve us. And as I told the generals, my boots are not their boots, but I have to go where their boots go. And so I've been to Iraq and Afghanistan on numerous occasions, been to almost every military post throughout the United States, Europe, and Asia, sharing this message of operational stress. And what I've come to learn that while all wars are different, all wars are the same. And while all deployments are different, all deployments are the same as well. I used to say that military members need to speak with military members. Cops need to talk to cops, firefighters, the firefighters. And I've changed it. I bring them all together. Those who serve need to spend time with others who serve. Because those who serve see what the rest of the world does not. You go where trauma is. It would be naive to think that you would not be exposed to trauma. My belief, by bringing all of those service members together, peer-to-peer conversations start to take place. I used to call it peer-to-peer therapy, but I take away every medical-sounding term. Because this is a human condition. It's not a mental illness. Not all wounds bleed, and invisible wounds may cut as deep as the wounds we do see. Those who serve are referred to as heroes. And yet I know anyone that has been given the title of hero doesn't like it. I was told I was a brave guy, a tough guy. I did heroic work when I infiltrated the Mafia. But people didn't see me walking around my house at 2 o'clock in the morning pushing shower curtains back because I was afraid they were coming to get me. Paranoia, all part of post-traumatic stress. It took me a long time to figure this out and to understand it. I tell people when they're going through tough times to find their inner peace. My inner peace was basketball, and it opened the door for a 25-year career as an NBA referee. And then I went into management. I was the vice president of referee operations and the director of officials for the National Basketball Association. Today, I'm an NBA Cares ambassador. What I've come to learn is that post-traumatic stress need not be a lifelong sentence, but it may be a lifelong journey of healing. Courage is not absent of fear. Courage takes place despite the fear that you feel. That is crowning courage.